What's going on, YouTube? I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be reacting to how Michael Jackson became an honorary Crip. I don't know if this story is 100% real. I don't even know if this story is 100% true, but we're going to look at the facts. We're going to be reacting to this video, see what's going on, man. Shout out Michael Jackson, the greatest entertainer ever. Please like, share, and subscribe, man. I got a Discord in the description. If you want to play the game, let us know, man. We can chill, hang out, whatever you want to do. But let's jump straight into this, man. Let's see what's going on. Shout out Michael Jackson, man. This shit is ridiculous.
Only one person on earth that was good in every hood, and that was Michael Jackson. This picture behind me is Michael Jackson throwing up gang signs with the Los Angeles Crips. This picture is 100% real. Now I know what you're thinking. Damn, Michael Jackson with the Crips, this story finna be wild. And you're right, it's finna be wild. Now this all started because Michael Jackson was recording a song called Beat It. Now if you listen closely to the lyrics of Beat It, he's basically talking about the gang life and how it's braver to walk away from a fight rather than risking your life. After he finished recording, they said, damn Mike, you going crazy. We need to shoot a video for this right now. Michael said, I agree. So what gang members are we gonna use for the actual video? And they said, no, we're just gonna use actors. Michael Jackson said, well, one thing for sure, two things for certain, I ain't never been fake. So we're gonna get the real thing. Mike's people looked at each other and said, look Mike, it's the 80s. I know the gangsters dress like they should be in a Playboy Cardi fashion show, but like they like that for real. Michael Jackson said, boy, I'm from Gary. Michael Jackson voice can get pretty deep. He said, boy, I'm from Gary, Indiana. Stop playing with me. You think I'm soft? Google me, Google my city. And Mike, it's the 80s. We don't know what Google is. Mike said, don't worry about all that. Just get me the gangsters for real. So you gotta understand, Gary, Indiana was like that. I know the name sounded a little bit soft. No offense, Gary. But Michael Jackson's brother said, looking outside their window on 3 occasions, they just saw massive gang brawls. So Mike's people took to the streets. They said, gangsters, hello, any gangsters here? They said, we're gangsters. They said, yeah, so y'all want to be in a Michael Jackson video?
And this is 100% true. Michael Jackson did have real legit gangbangers in the Beat It video. If you really look at the video, it was real gangbangers. Like, and I think one of the the guys that was in a wheelchair, he was a real live Crip. Like, he was a real Crip in real life. So to say Michael Jackson was soft, he wasn't soft because he was around real gangbangers, gang. He invited real gangbangers to the freaking set. Like, he from Gary, Indiana, bro. They get it's active in Gary, bro. That's not good to say, but it is active in Gary, gang.
They said Michael Jackson. Now you gotta understand, it's Michael Jackson in the 80s, so it don't matter how hard you are, you're saying absolutely. So the gangsters said absolutely, but here's the thing: Michael Jackson wanted real gangsters that were really beefing. So he got about 80 members of the Crips and the Bloods. And again, this is the 80s. This is the height of the Crip and Blood rivalry. Side note, if you don't know, Crips and Bloods are two gangs that started in Los Angeles, very, very famous for their intense beef. And to be honest, to say their beef is infamous is an understatement. The Crips and the Bloods are credited for making gangs as a whole in the United States famous. To this day, you cannot wear red or blue in certain neighborhoods in Los Angeles or you finna get in trouble. Matter of fact, there's a rule in Los Angeles. If you go to a club and a bar, you can't wear hats at all because certain gangs don't like certain hats. Growing up being from Los Angeles, I just thought you couldn't wear a hat if you go to a club or a bar. It might be in certain other areas that are heavy on the gangs, but I digress. But
also, like, during this time in the 80s, the crack epidemic was hot. So like, you talking about 1983, 1982, Michael Jackson getting a whole bunch of gangbangers to a set, like, that's different. That's up, bro. That's a big thing, bro. Like, gang territory was a thing. The crack epidemic was heating up in the 80s. Like, it was active, bro. It was really active in the 80s, bro. Actually, crime was more higher in the 80s than it was now, bro. People don't even realize that, bro.
Actually, I am curious. Let me know in the comments if in your area you got to worry about your colors or the hats you wear like when going out. Anyway, let's go. So the director pull up to Michael Jackson. This is the director right here. His name was Bob. He said, yo, Mike, what are you doing? Mike said, you stuttering. You sound scared. It's going to be all right. Don't worry about it. I got it. Michael said, the song is about coming together and putting aside your differences. Once they hear it, I know they'll be inspired. I just know it. The director said, all right, you know, look, we're going to be in a studio. So Mike said, a studio? He said, one thing for sure, two things for certain. I ain't never been fake. We shooting this in Skid Row. The director said, you talking about Skid Row, like the infamous neighborhood in Los Angeles that has the largest homeless population because the government basically gave up on it? Michael said, did I Call the Crips and the Bloods and tell them to pull up to Skid Row. We gonna meet them there. So it's the first day of shooting.
Wow.
And here's where things start to get wicked. The director pull up to the spot. An assistant immediately rushes out and says, the Crips and the Bloods, they fighting. Whose idea was it to put them in a room together? Where's the director at? Where's the director? The director said, they said, director, that's you right there. Director said, huh? Oh yeah, what happened? They said, yeah, the Crips and the Bloods, they in there fighting. Somebody gotta stop them. The director said. The police rush in. The director said, thank God. Who called y'all? They said, nah, ain't nobody had to call us. We heard the Crips and the Bloods were going to be in one location, right. So we just decided to pull up. Also, side note, is Michael Jackson here yet? The director said, y'all fanned out. No, he not here yet. They said, okay, we just going to be around. We going to be security. We just going to help him out, you know. The director said, well, your timing is perfect. My assistant just came over to me and said the Crips and the Bloods were in there beefing. The assistant starts running towards them again. The director said, look, there go my assistant. He must be running for his life. The assistant pulled up. He said, yo, I just got off the phone. They said, Michael Jackson pulling up right now. The director said, are you stupid? There could be a gang war happening on set right now. You talking about some Michael Jackson. The assistant said, boy, I don't care if it's the Crips versus the Bloods, the Boston Celtics versus the Los Angeles Lakers, the Stormcloaks versus the Imperials. We talking about Michael Jackson in the 80s. Lock in. The director looked at the police. The police said, you do got to lock in. It's Michael Jackson in the 80s. Besides, the Crips and the Bloods right there. They look fine. The Crips and Bloods said, Michael, come in. The director said, nah. Suddenly, it was as if all the air was sucked out of the room. Dun, 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 dun.
Michael Jackson had so much aura, bro. Michael Jackson had so much aura. He could freaking walk into a room. The most gangsterest man in the world, probably killed people. Probably, you feel me? Like Michael Jackson can walk in a room with a group of people that's like the hardest people on the block. Michael Jackson come in, motherfucker like shocked. People just don't even know what to do. Fainting. Grown man fainting over another man. Michael Jackson was that guy, bro.
Dun, 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 dun. The aura was palpable. Michael Jackson had arrived. Everybody started losing it. They said, Michael, it's Michael, it's Michael. Michael Jackson said, hi, everybody, hello. And you got to understand, they're in the middle of Skid Row. You got the two biggest rival gangs at the time in the area. You got the police in the area. You got professionals, directors, industry people, and everybody froze up when Michael hit the scene. Michael pulled up to the gangsters. He said, hi, and what gang are you from? They said, we from the Crip gang. Michael said, oh, okay, I like what you do with your hands. Is that some sort of ghetto sign language? They said, no. Like it showed what set you from. Michael said, oh. The Bloods and the Crips actually get together and they call a truce. They said, look, Michael Jackson here, we got to be on our best behavior. And this was quite literally Michael Jackson's goal. He wasn't delusional. He didn't think that he was going to fix the Bloods and the Crip rivalry, but he wanted them to get together for a moment just to see that they could stop beefing and watch a performance. And watch a performance they did. This is actual members from the Crips in the music video watching Michael Jackson dance.
Just imagine, bro. Michael Jackson had so much aura, bro. He made gang bangers stop beefing just to watch him perform game. People not doing that, bro. People not literally making gang bangers call the truth just for one day to come watch Brody perform, bro. Come on, bro. This is another top famous, bro. This ain't no Taylor Swift. This ain't no Beyonce. This ain't no Drake. This ain't no Kendrick. This is another top famous gang.
In awe. They said while Michael Jackson was dancing for the video, they said everybody in the room was stunned silent. Regardless of all of that, the director, Bob, was still playing no games. He was busting his ass to get everything shot in one day because he did not want to take no chances. He looked at bro right here. He said, I just know that dude don't play. Dude said, the assistant said, man, you tripping. Besides all that, we got the police over here. The police said, beat it. You see how Michael did that spin over there? That boy crazy, man. The assistant said, okay, I see your point. Let's wrap it up. And the thing about Michael Jackson is he didn't have to do this, but he genuinely wanted to change the world. This picture I was showing you this whole time is actually the second time he hung out with the Crips during the video of The Way You Make Me Feel. He was shooting it in LA again, so he called the Crips over. He said, yo, y'all pull up. And how this picture was taken is they actually went up to Michael and they told him, look, they made us sign an NDA saying that we can't take no pictures. Michael Jackson said, don't worry about that. Let's take a picture right now. During the picture, the Crips were actually standing there on their best behavior until Michael Jackson throws up the C sign for the Crips and they start losing it, and they start putting up the C signs themselves. And from that day on, they called Michael Jackson an honorary Crip. See, the thing is, Michael Jackson really was all about changing the world, but not just singing.
And this, when he went to Brazil, I think he went to Brazil. Correct me if I'm wrong, he went to Brazil, and the gang leader gave him permission to perform there, bro. Like, this dude was different, bro. I'm telling you, God, bro. I'm telling you, gang, like, this is different.
About it, actually being about it. You got to remember, a good many of his songs are songs trying to inspire the world to be better. They don't really care about us. Earth Song, boy went to the favelas of Brazil to shoot. They don't really care about us. When they got there, the kingpins of the area told Michael Jackson's people, don't worry, Michael Jackson good in our hood too. He can go wherever he want. Nobody gonna touch him. He's straight. They even made a statue of Michael in the area where he pulled up at. Now, no offense, side note, but the statue do look a little demonic. No shade. Matter of fact, actually, let me show y'all the full thing. A little wild. I digress. You see, it's one thing to make a song and talk about changing the world, but Michael Jackson actually lived by his lyrics and would actively try to change the world with his own two hands. And that's what made him a star. So,
shout out Michael Jackson. Yeah, this photo, let me get to it. This photo right here is 100% real, bro. He was really with them gangsters, man. He really from Gary. Michael Jackson really from Gary, Indiana, man. He from Gary, Indiana, man. He really like that, bro. I'm just playing. Hey, now, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. If you like this video, if you want to see more of this video, please like, share, and subscribe, bro. Please like, share, and subscribe. My description in the description. Join, gang. Join. Other than that, I'm out. Y'all go. Y'all have a good day, man.